ready, so are we. Off we go on EA Sports. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he will have this at midfield. Forced out of bounds there. A big one there on 3rd down. Good for 26 yards. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. He'll take this ahead for a yard, down to the 49. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. A 19-yard pickup there. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Pacheco. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A nice throw from the 2nd-round pick. It'll get him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. One more time with Pacheco. And this one's blown up. It's back at the 5-yard line now.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
Sly's kick is good. And the Cardinals are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Ready. They send the tight end in motion. Go. And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started.
At the 60. At the 60. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Receiver in motion, headed left. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. And that is incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense, take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And a nice gain, getting this to about the 23-yard line.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
That's going to be incomplete, and it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. The Cardinals have the early edge in this one. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10.
Go.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Chiefs extend their advantage to 14-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll throw out of the gun. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's an Arizona 1st down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll look to throw yet again. Left side, he's got Njoku. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to the air one more time. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and approach halftime here. They got to regroup, and he's going to have to make better decisions here in the second half.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. This one finds McConkey. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And he will score. Lad McConkey. Touchdown, Arizona.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10.
Go! Go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cardinals will have great field position right around midfield.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. They left a man wide open downfield. He's got him. A huge play just before the half. 37 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Let's go! Let's stay 19. 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Check out!
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. He'll drop to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Here's a third down and 4. Back to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And now it's fourth down.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Here we go, here we go. Bravo 80. 19 Lions.
Throwing now on first and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And he'll be taken down, and there is a flag on the play. This is going to be a huge call. So we've reached halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From out of the gun, he'll throw. Now he'll air one out. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Pacheco. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll run with Pacheco. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Dragon 60. 18, Pioneer. 79, Bronco. Ready?
Throwing now from the gun. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Let's go. Go.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. So that is 2 touchdowns in this game, and now 15 for the year. Now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Chiefs extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. His throw left side is complete. Now inside the 25. Wow, out of bounds. Inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 56 yards. Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Here's Pacheco. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Another shot at it from the 9. 2nd down and goal. They'll go with him again. Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. They'll run with Pacheco. Good blocking, and he's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Cardinals. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Cardinals move back to within 1. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the 2nd-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
Here's 2nd and 6. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal.
Blocking, 18. Bronco switch, Bronco switch. And up.
They'll try to run this one in. Powering forward. He's in. Touchdown, Chiefs. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Putting the tight end in motion. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play and a much-needed one as well. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Here's Pacheco. Room to run at the 35. That's on Paris Johnson, the tackle. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Quick throw, taken in.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On 2nd and 10, they'll try to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Downfield for Njoku. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football at their own 40.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's going to let this one go deep. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. So, a big one there to start the drive. 59 yards.
When he continues to play at this level, Mike, it just makes this team so hard to beat. It's the combination of leading both long, sustained drives and then being able to strike in bunches. It puts so much pressure on these defenses, and with the way today's game has gone, doesn't look like he has any plans on slowing down.
That one, take it in. Touchdown, KC. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point, up and good. And the Chiefs will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the left side, catch made by McConkey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. To the air now on 1st and 10. That one complete to McConkey. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incomplete.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And he will score. Game on. David Njoku. Touchdown, Arizona. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin here on the ground. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll stick with him again. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Come on, set.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll go with a counter on first down. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
19 tight.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. They get 22 yards there. First down, KC.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at this I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here we go, set.
Now a give on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Dragon 60.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down.
Number 1 rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Go, go. 18, 5 here. Go.
They'll drop to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Let's go. 79 Broncos.
Back to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete. Trent. Right there with the tight defensive coverage.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Card's going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They get it with 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.